guys, welcome to another episode of Haunt Talk. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing our annual trip to Wells Township Haunted House. This is the one haunted house we go to every year, and probably always will, because the people that run it are awesome, and we love going there. They're part of our documentary. You can watch that copyrighted video on YouTube. Yeah.
He's a little bitter.
I love YouTube, yeah. I love it when I have rights from people to use their music, and then YouTube copyrights it. Anyways, so if you don't know about Wells Township, basically what they do is they tear down the majority of it each year and they just completely retheme it. They usually have people like that are dedicated to their own rooms and just kind of let them do their thing, which is really cool. So it's fun because that's one of the reasons we always go back to this one, because we have no idea what to expect, even though we go there every year, and we've been doing it for like probably the last 7 or 8 years.
At least.
Yeah, we've been doing it for quite a while. Yeah. But yeah, so one thing about this haunt is it's very interactive. You will be touched. You will do things. They almost have like little rides, I guess you might want to call them. I don't know. No, I mean, that would be correct. They have like little rides.
Yeah, rides.
Yeah. It's just such a weird thing. If you haven't been there, you definitely want to. Man, this is like one of those places where I kind of wish I could like... It's one of those kind of things like you almost wish you could forget going there so you go there for the first time because it's so weird and strange. I think like we almost underappreciate it. But I mean, what other haunt is going to have like a ride simulator at the end where, like, what the hell,
like,
you know?
Yeah, and like...
There's been so many strange... I mean, they used to have a thing where they put you in a coffin and dropped you through a floor. No other place will do that. Like...
It was called the Dingus.
It's still called the Dingus, but this is like the Dingus 3000 or something. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sets and props.
Right.
So, we're already kind of talking about the interactivity of it. One of the highlights for this year was the Donkey Kong one.
Oh my god.
Where, I don't want to completely spoil it, but basically...
Just think Donkey Kong. Yeah. What happens in Donkey Kong?
There's some things that...
It happens. Like...
Yeah, you kind of get moved, and the floor moves, and some things move, and some things fly at your face, and it's freaky.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. The opening scene this year was
really cool.
My favorite opening scene they've done in a while.
Yeah.
Because I expressed in the last 2 reviews that I wasn't a huge fan of the escape room opening scene. It was fine, but it just didn't do much for me. I love like the show-stopping ones, and there's all kinds of just interactive stuff. There's like a giant well, what do you call it? The mausoleum drawer things. They pull out.
Yeah, they pull out a mausoleum drawer. Yeah,
where the bodies are, and there's a talking skeleton, and then there's a scare at the end, which is also high tech, and there's just all of these things happening, and it was really cool.
Yeah, like I was just like, my jaw was dropped. I was like, what's going on? This is really awesome.
Right, yeah, it was really cool. They also one of my other favorite scenes. There's this clock scene where there's the lights go on, the lights come back on, and, like. A lot of things have changed in the room each time, and then of course that ends in a scare. They also had the room where they make you grab onto the poles, they make you run around in circles.
Yeah, they were doing the boat ride song from Willy Wonka. Well, Charlie and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original one with Gene Wilder. And the guy was singing that song, and we had to like walk in this circle with these poles, and he kept making us go faster, and we were walking around it, and it was really creepy and unnerving. And then of course there was a big scare at the end, but it was like I was singing along because I like the boat song.
And the traditional Wells Township slide, you get to go down. And then there's like I said, there's like a simulator. There's 2 endings. There's simulators, one of the ending, the other one's a you get to write your name on a chalkboard to say that you've been there, and nothing will go wrong.
Yeah, not at all.
It's fine.
See, we're a little spoiled because we love these people, and they love having us here, so we always get to experience both endings.
Yeah.
So the people that were with us, if you happen to watch this video, you lucked out.
Yeah, because you got to see both
we were
endings.
In your group, and normally you only get one ending, so that makes you have to go back and go through it again to see the other ending. Our group lucked out, though, because they got to see both because we were there.
And one of the cool things about this place as well is that you don't have to wait in a line. So that's also cool. You get a number, and then there's like bands playing, there's food, there's a zombie challenge you can go to. It's all kinds of stuff. It's fun. But for sets and props, we gave them a 9.
Yes.
The only thing, I forgot, the only thing we, and this is usually kind of one of our only complaints for Wells Township, is because of the fact that they tear down things every year. A lot of the scenes leave me wanting there to be a little more detail.
Yeah.
There's going to be scenes like the first scene, which are just immaculate
Right.
from floor to ceiling, but then, like, the clock scene, it was cool, but, like, they're black walls with the things kind of painted on there, and you kind of see that, especially when you go to Hans' office, as often as we do. But, I mean, they tear down everything and rebuild it each year, and the inventiveness more than generally makes up for it.
Right.
So that's why, even though, like, when you're looking at it, you're like, well, the detail, I wish was a little more. It's so high-tech and it's so inventive that I think that outweighs the fact that some of the scenes are a little less detailed than I'd at least prefer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, still just, God, it's so inventive and so much fun. The amount of time and effort they put into these weird contraptions that they make. Yeah, and there's more that we didn't touch on either, but still.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it too much.
Right. So next up is actors. They were really good. Problem we've had sometimes in the past is that the actors maybe don't know their dialogue.
Yeah, like, well, because a lot of times we'll go, like, early in the season, and, like, they haven't really, like, gotten to, like, really got into their parts and stuff like that. Or they've had, like, big switch-arounds. I know the one year there was somebody was doing one room, and then all of a sudden they just couldn't do it anymore, so they had to throw someone else in there. Right. The person, like, had no clue what they were saying. Right. And they kept stuttering over their words. And I felt bad for her, but at the same time I was like, probably should have known what you were doing, or at least have a cheat sheet somewhere, you know? So, but they were really good. They were really on their game.
Yeah, they were really good this year. We didn't really run into that at all. The only one thing is, the tour guide this year, while she was, like, good, usually the tour guides are a little more energetic and, like, they have more fun dialogue. This one didn't really interact with our group too much.
Yeah.
She had a couple things she said, but mostly she was just that. She just kind of guided us from one room to the other, and I kind of missed that interaction with the tour guide, because we've had...
We missed you, Allie.
Yeah, dang, that's sad. She's one of my favorites, and I don't even know who all the tour guides are there anymore, but like I said, I'm not saying our tour guide was terrible or anything. I wish there's a little more interaction, a little more fun, but I just didn't get that as much this time. But everything else, the actors were amazing. I thought they did a really good job. They were all on their cues. Nothing felt like weird or out of place. And the one kept grabbing me and kissing me. He had a mask on. They did it. I don't know if it was a he or not, but they said they had a giant, like, skull mask on. They did it like 3 or 4 times to me. They could grab me by the face and kiss me, and I'm like, I don't know if I know who this person is or not. This is weird. Yeah. That was creepy.
The same room, they were grabbing my hair. They were just kept doing this on my head.
So if you watch this, I don't know who you're. You're weird. Kissing me.
It might have been somebody we know, but who knows?
I'm like, what the hell? It's really strange. Okay. Anyways, we gave actors 9.5.
Yes. So that brings us to scare factor. Wells is strange with the scare factor. Like, sometimes it happens and sometimes it's just about being creepy. Yeah. Like, you know?
Yeah, it is definitely, as we say a lot, it is a weird haunted house. Yeah, most of the scenes have a scare and stuff like that at the end, but they're definitely being more theatrical, so some scenes aren't going to be super scary. There's more, it's going to be something cool that happens. Yeah. Kind of like the first scene. I mean, there is a startle, but it's not, like, intensely scary, but then there's other scenes where people grab you by the face and kiss you. And, you know, so it kind of varies from room to room. It is scary and it can be intense, but it's also normally pretty family-friendly, this place is. You see people of all ages there. I wouldn't go if you're real young, but it's meant to be more fun than it is scary, but it also is quite startling at times. Yeah. So yeah, scare factor, which is usually what we give it, is an 8. This year I think was a little bit scarier than some of the previous years. They definitely got me more, and there were some things that made me like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a few things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're not a fan of being touched or being interacted with, like, if that really bothers you, this is not the place for you, because that is going to happen. Yes. You are going
Guaranteed.
to have light fondling. So this brings us on to value, which this is always just the most ridiculous thing. I wish I could give them a
higher score.
Well, no, it's like I wish I could reprimand them for charging so little. It's only $14. They've been open and so popular forever. Plus, you get the zombie challenge included with that ticket. Like,
it's crazy.
Should charge a little more there, Sean.
Yeah.
But hey, $14 is an insanely low price. Yeah. So if you haven't gone, go give them your money.
Really.
Go through twice. I don't know.
It's fun. I mean, just the whole atmosphere is just great there. Because I mean, you've got you stand outside. You don't have a queue line.
Right. There's a whole bunch of barrels with fire, so you can stay warm if it happens to be a cold night.
Tents, just in case there's rain. There's always live bands, like most nights.
Most of them, I think they try and generally get local ones. They have a giant projection screen.
Yeah.
Giant projection screen.
You might see a commercial for us.
Yeah,
You might see me
haunt behind the copyrighted
screen.
Scare.
And I mean, and then they have scare actors that walk around as well, and they get
also very entertaining.
Very entertaining.
Might get noosed or whatever.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I didn't see
I haven't seen him for a while. I'm not sure if that Crimson guy's still there or not. But
Crimson Killer, I think his name was.
Yeah,
he likes to just
blood all over
put blood all over you.
Yeah. But yeah, value is a 10. Absolutely ridiculously amazing value. Yes. Probably should be charging at least a couple $dollars more than that. But hey.
Yeah.
You know, you should,
so many people go there. It's like, I guess they make their money.
It's a lot of fun. If you haven't been there, just go there. It's really great. Yes. So our overall score, we're giving them a 9. It's just really fantastic. I really enjoyed this year's show. And like I said, it's always, and it's give or take, because some years you're just naturally going to like it more than other years, just because personal preference and the fact they change it up so much.
Right.
Where other haunts, you might change a scene here or there, so the scores tend to be a little more, or your opinions on the place tend to be a little more the same, I guess.
A little biased or something.
Yeah, well, your opinion tends to be the same because you're seeing the same thing, just changed up a bit.
Yeah.
But with Wells, it's like, even though it's the same haunted house, it's kind of a different haunted house most years.
Like, there's 3 things that they keep the same pretty much every year, and that's it. Like, everything else just...
But even those 3 things, then they will switch out and change those generally the next year.
Yeah.
So, it's everything, things are constantly just being changed, like, to a ridiculous level.
Yeah.
But that does it for this review. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, like the video, ring the notification bell so you don't miss the things. We have multiple reviews going up this weekend. We have 5, 3 of them all in this area. So if you're doing Wells, you can make a whole final night of Halloween fun. Also, make sure to like us on Facebook. That link is in the description. And, what did you think of this year's show? Leave us a comment what you thought of it. Also, leave us a comment any places you recommend us going for next year. You can also message us on Facebook and let us know where you want us to go or ask us anything you want to know. So, see you in the next one.
Bye.